First boundary for Sri Lanka A.
Sigera looked patient in that first over, but this time just given a bit of space, hitting it on the up and over that fielder at short cover. That's a good start from the youngster. He'll want to get things going fast, not want to get bogged down like he did in the previous over.
It was hit solidly, but it was in the air for a long time, but found the gap. I don't think Jane will mind too much. They're going to go aerial on him. Straighter this time. A bit fuller in length. Double chance gone begging for Oman. They get through for the single. Again, aerial. And I think he's got plenty on that one.
Yeah, that's exactly what Sinead Jayawardene likes to do. Likes to go over the top, particularly on that offside. And he would have been itching to get back on strike. Hasn't had strike for a little while with Sigera not being.
And goes the slower ball, but it's a big fat pie full toss. One bounce over the ropes for another boundary. 3 fours to round out the over. Looking to go with a slower one here. And just a dolly. So runs piling on in the second for Sri Lanka A. Went for a couple off the first. Again short in the air. Finds a gap again though as the runs continue to rain here at CCC.
Living dangerously, Sigera, but he finds the gap once again, just bisecting the field on the offside. Finds another boundary. So it's been a really good start for Sri Lanka A so far.
No fear. And that's again toe of the bat. Is it going to carry into the deep? It is. And finally, they find the wicket. Faisal gets the breakthrough. Sri Lanka lose their first on 23.
Sinead Jayawardene trying to go over the top, just doesn't find the middle of the bat. And that's good captaincy from Oman. They got that fielder out at deep point, knowing that the left-hander was wanting to go over the top. Not able to get all of it, and that's a good catch in the deep.
He got more carry than I was expecting, actually. I thought it was about to fall short. Not long boundaries here at CCC. Easy catch in the end. Pereira catching extra cover, shuffles across, and that's gone flying through about third slip. Can't get cut off by the deep third. Another risky boundary, but it's more runs for Sri Lanka. Halfway through the power play, they're now 27 for 1. It was a little expensive that over, Faisal, but he got the breakthrough.
Wicks.
Wide on the crease and puts it in the slot. We'll just wait for the confirmation. It was very close all the way. First maximum of the innings for Sri Lanka A.
Sigera is looking good out in the middle. He's just clearing his foot, taking on the bowlers. Once again, first ball from the spinner. Just gets down on one knee and lofts it over the top of a wide mid-on. So he's going great.
No fine leg, no deep third. That's wide, and that's going to be 4. Nobody's out there to cut that one off.
That's really poor bowling. You've got 2 fielders in the deep on the leg side, and he just bowls it wide outside the off stump. Plenty of space for Pulindu Pereira, and he finds the gap to get to another boundary. So raining boundaries for Sri Lanka A at the moment. Every over seems like they're able to get 1 or 2 off the bat.
It's nicely played along the ground. Goes straight. Doesn't get it out of the middle. So the bit's over. We'll see a 4 off this one. It could be in the air. It could be a catch, but it's not going to go. Oh, did he get there? I think he might have. Wow, what a catch that was from long on.
Brilliant bit of fielding once again. And Oman, out of nowhere, have picked up their second wicket. Sri Lanka A, they've looked to be aggressive, and it's cost them 2 wickets, hasn't it? Mohammad Nadeem on that occasion. Ball dipping in front of him, just gets his fingers under it.
Another catch in the deep that I thought wasn't going to carry the distance did, floated on. Perhaps there's just a little bit in this pitch for Oman. So getting a few mishits, skidding on a touch. Well, that's wide. Did he get the edge though? He's just swatted it, given it the edge, and Fazl's got a second as Sri Lanka A lose a third on 41.
Yeah, once again, not a threatening delivery, wide outside the off stump. I thought it would be called a wide, in fact, but given out, just getting a nick off the bat, Pulindu Perera. He'll be happy with how things have gone so far.
There's a spring in the step of the Omani fielders. Chopped down. That's chopped down nicely. In fact, that's going to find the boundary. It races away backward of point for 4.
Lovely shot by Sahan Kosala on that occasion. He came down the track, perhaps a bit premeditated, but then when the ball was pulled out wide, managed to find the gap between the point fielders and finds the boundary.
Of the power play. It's been an even one for both sides. Oh, could be another wicket at the end of it. A silly big chopped shot to mid-off, and the catch is taken.
Just as you were saying, it was an even result for the two teams in the power play. That shot from Pawan Sandesh gives Oman the upper hand. So 4 wickets down, Sri Lanka A in the power play. They started so well, but you've got to say now they'll know they've got a long way to go.
Gives himself some room on the offside. And there we go. Finally, the boundary drought is broken. A nice cut through cover point for 4.
Just as I was talking about Sri Lanka A becoming a little conservative, makes some room for himself, Kosala, and goes over the top. But got to say, helped by the bowler, a bit short on
the generator single unless you can get backward of square. And that's popped up in the air and taken. Another great catch in the deep for Oman. They break the partnership of 23 as Sri Lanka A are half down. They're 72 for 5.
Once again, a brilliant bit of fielding in the deep by the Omanis, picking up every opportunity that's come their way since that early miss. And Sri Lanka now putting themselves deeper and deeper into trouble. They've lost half their side for 71 runs. Disappointing walk back to the pavilion from Sahan Kosala. Innings still remaining, or nearly half remaining. Manuja Sahan is a bit of an aggressive batter.
He's gone the reverse. Now another mix-up. A direct hit, and they're probably going to get a run on the overthrow. Oh, we had one of those earlier on. A bit of comedy of errors. They get through for 1. A very eventful over. 11 done. Sri Lanka A 75 for 5. Jayadedra into the attack. Right armour for a change. That's been squirted nicely. I think it's going to go all the way. Just trickles over the boundary in the end, and they pick up a valuable 4.
Yeah, we're seeing a right arm bowler for the first time since the second over in this innings, I believe. So some relief for the Sri Lankan batters as well. They've seen a barrage of left armers.
And straighter this time, Dedra.
Wonder what kind of target Sri Lanka A will be looking at the moment. Will they want to make sure they bat through the 20 overs and get to that 140, 150 run mark, or they're looking to keep attacking, maybe finish on a high?
Another reverse, flicked over the top of the infield. 1 bounce, 4 runs. Beautifully played.
How well has he played that? Just getting it over the fielder in the infield. taking on the bowler. Gamage on that occasion with the reverse. Just whacked it, didn't he?
Saw it coming down the offside. Umpire having to inspect the ball. He hit that one so hard. Good runs flowing this over so far for Sri Lanka, eh? Goes aerial. Has he got enough on it? There's a fielder in the deep. Takes the catch. Gets the breakthrough. Might have gone for 9. But Adedra gets his man as Sri Lanka lose their 6th on 84.
Feels like we're seeing the same over again and again from the Sri Lankan batters. They're finding the boundary and then just throwing it away with one too many aggressive shots. Once again, Gamage trying to clear the boundary, finds the fielder in the deep. And you've got to ask, is that really necessary after getting 9 runs off the first 3 balls of that over?
Probably the easiest catch taken today for Oman by Ramanandi. He did have to have a look back. He wasn't sure how close to the rope he was. You can see from our commentary box he had plenty of room behind him. So a well-judged catch. Now, Sri Lanka, you were talking, can they get to the 140, 150 mark with just 4 wickets in hand? He could well be bowled out here.
Sri Lanka do have plenty of batting to come in this lineup. Lots of all-rounders featured in it. But you've got to question the style in which they've gone about things. Excuse the type of attacking play early in the innings when wickets had not fallen, but 5 wickets down, 9 runs in that over. Not the best way to go about things.
And the change to the right arm has produced results again for Oman. Jaya Tilaka to the crease, number 8. Will we see wise heads? Or is he going to attack early? It's nicely played, but can't beat the infield.
From Oman's point of view, they'll know they don't really have to do too much. Get the balls in the right areas, and Sri Lanka are attacking and creating opportunities for them. So far, Oman have really capitalized, and you've got to give them credit. Type of catches they've taken so far in the deep.
Slight delay. Some boarding issues, I think, down. One thing Oman has done here, their bowlers have bowled to their field. We've seen so many catches in the deep. Yeah, there have been some very good catches, but they've gone to the players. So they're bowling to their field, and that's how the wickets have fallen.
Yeah, as we saw in the power play as well, that